Hello, Abe. How are you?
Morning, how are you?
Good evening. How are you?
Baruch Hashem, bright and early. Good.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Harold.
Where are you, Abe?
In the Holy Land.
You're where?
Israel.
In the Holy Land, Jerusalem.
Oh, Lakewood.
No, in Israel.
It's just joking.
Where in Israel?
Yerushalayim.
Very nice.
Yeah, so
Any
we have a
special
bris.
occasion?
We have a bris. My great grandson tomorrow.
Wow, 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 wow. No,
Yeah,
very nice. Mazel tov.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Mario. Hi, Abe.
Hello.
Kufay Bays, 172. So we're talking about different methods of writing in a star to prevent forgery. And one of the options we gave was that you write in the star the date, when it was done, so that people won't have a problem. Today we write staros with a later date without describing within the star itself that it was a later date. The Chachamim made a takana to make people not slip up. Manda Ovid Ovid. People who do it appropriately are benefiting. Manda law Ovid Iwad Afsad Afshay. The one who don't follow what the Gemara says to do, they're hurting themselves by not doing it. Abel Ravabar of Shila. La'anu Kasri Star Knios. Those that write a star that document a certain kinyan that was done. Ki Kasvinu Star Kinyosa, when you write it, Iaditu Yom the Kanisa Bay, if you know the date when the kinyan was actually performed, kisvu. You should write the date. Elo. Now, if you don't know when the date is, at least date today's date that you write the star. Kisvu yom de kamisube. At least document today. Oh, today we're writing a star documenting a kinyan. We don't know the date when the kinyan was done, but today's date is this and this. Otherwise, the star is going to be kashekah, where nobody knows going to know when it was written. Rav L'Safre. Rav would say to his scribe, Kikayamisu, Bishili, when you're in Los Angeles, Kisvu Bishili. Write that the star was written in Los Angeles. Afagav de Misr Mili Beini. Even though the star, even though the information about the star was given to you in Las Vegas or nearby or in San Fernando Valley, you write the place where the star is written, the name of that, not necessarily where you got the information. And vice versa. When you're in Hini and you're writing the star in Hini, write Hini. Even though the information that you're documenting in the star was given to you in someplace else. You have a star that the guy owes you $100. You come to a soifer for Omar Shavinile Trebne Chamshin Chamshin. I want you to get rid of this star, write me 2 stars of $50 each. In case the guy pays me back half, I can rip up 1 star, but I'll have the other full-fledged star that has not been weakened. However, the halacha is lo mashvinan late. We don't do it for him. My time, no. We sort of give benefit to both the borrower and the lender. It's better to have, we learned yesterday, a larger loan amount, because the lover will want to get rid of that obligation on his head quicker. So better to have a larger amount in the start. After he pays off a little bit of it, the rest of the star can only be paid when the mother takes a shvua that he hasn't been paid all of it. So it benefits the loiva. Now, the vice versa case. Amarava, Haiman did not get trace story. The person had 2 stars that documented $50 loans. So they had 2 of them. They added up to 100. He came to a sofer, said, let's tear up these. Write me a new star of $100. Lo mashvinan le. We don't do it for him. And it benefits it benefits both sides. Having a larger star, which a partial payment of a larger star will be poigim that star, and he'll have to only collect with a shvua. Better that he have a smaller star that has less likely chance to become pogum. He'll have a smaller amount. He won't have so much pressure to pay it off. Ravashi. Person's holding on to a note that says somebody owes him $100. The Omar, the guy says, listen, the borrower paid me off half. He gave me 50. Make me a new star of 50. Lo mashvinale. My timer. Amrinan high mifrapare. You know what? The guy paid the whole thing off. And at that time, Omerle Havli star, give me back my star. Omerle Irkisli, he claims he lost it because of late Tavern. He gave him a shofar, but now that shofar was on a different. Now he's going to write him a new note. This is a different note that you owe me. So it leads to fraud. Mishnah. 2 brothers. One is wealthy, one is poor. Their father left them as a Yerusha, a bathhouse, and an olive press. Also Nischar. If these were not made for personal use, but they were meant to lease out, Haschar le'emtza. So they lease it out and they divide the proceeds. However, if these were private bathhouses or olive presses, the usher says, listen, I have a use for this. You go bring your slaves and let them wash here. Or bring your olives and press them here. But the oni, even though he doesn't have it, he can't say to the brother who does, oh, rent it out. No. Because it wasn't meant for renting in the first place. Shnaim shayu birachas. 2 people live in the same city with the same name. Shem echad Yosef ben Shimon v'shem acher Yosef ben Shimon. Ein yecholim latzi shtarchov zel zeh. They cannot produce a shtarchov against each other. We don't know who's the borrower, who's the lender. V'lo acher yachol latzi aleim shtarchov. People in the city cannot produce a shtar claiming that they owe them money, because each one, when they come to the Yosef ben Shimon, say, no, it's the other Yosef ben Shimon. Nim tzalecha ben shtarosov. Shtar shel Yosef ben Shimon parua. Someone finds among their shtaros a shtar that says it was paid off, but it was Yosef ben Shimon. So hashtar shel shnei pruin. We assume that If there were two staros, they were both paid off because we don't know which one. How are these guys going to do business in the city? Ketzad Yasu. Yishaleshu. You have to say Yosef ben Shimon ben Avram. You have to go to the grandfather in order to differentiate. B'mayu mishuloshin, if they had the same grandfather's name as well. Yichtavu Simon, they have to come up with a logo. One of them is tall, one of them is short. Now, if they were exactly the same, imayu misumonim, yichtavu Kohen. You have to say, oh, one's a Kohen, one's a Levi. Ahu started Nafik Lebeidina the Ravuna. Ishtar was presented to the Beis Din of Ravuna. Davakosov be'ani ploini bar ploini lavisi mana mimcha. I, Chaim ben Yaakov, borrowed money from you. But it didn't say the name of the lender. Am Ravuna Lashon mimcha includes everybody. Afilu mereish galusa. Afilu mishbor malka, even the king. Whoever's holding on to the shtar can claim, this is my shtar, you have to pay it back. Go investigate this halacha. Because in the morning, Ravuna is going to ask you kashas on this. Nafik dak va'ashkach. He went, investigated, and he found the Tanya. Get sheyesh lavedim vein bozman. You have a divorce. There are 18, but there's no date. If it doesn't say a date, but it says, I divorced this woman today, kosher. It means the day that the get was produced. When it says, I borrowed money from you, it came out of that guy's hands. That perhaps you can't learn the way you're learning because just because it doesn't have a date, because maybe, remember there's a debate, what creates the divorce? Eidim witnessing the get given over to the woman, the Eidim Mesira, or is it Eidei Chasima? So Rabbi Eliezer holds it's Eidim Mesira, you don't need a date. Maybe the malva dropped it and somebody else, the real malva, the real lender dropped it, somebody else found it, and if he presents the shtar, says mimcha, it's from anybody, the wrong person is going to be paid back. Amar leila nefila lo chayshina. To be concerned that the lender dropped this shtar, we're not concerned. Why? How do we know? We're not temet lo chayshina. Why not? Lenefila, this not. Shnaim shayu b'yirachas. Our Mishnah. Two people in the same city with the same name. Shem echad Yosef ben Shimon v'shem acher Yosef ben Shimon. We said einan yecholin lo shtar chov zelzeh. They can't present a shtar to the other party. From the shtar, we don't know who's the malv and who's the loive. V'la'acher yuchal loitzel and shtar. Somebody else can't come to them and say, you owe me money. Because each one will say, no, it's the other guy. But we're medayik from our Mishnah, hey malacherem yecholin. The Yosef ben Shimon can go to Chaim Yaakov and say, you owe me money. Now, why? Maybe we should be concerned that the shtar was dropped and the other Yosef ben Shimon picked it up. Elalav shmami nol in the fila lo chayshinon. This must be we don't worry about that. So no, Abaya answers, for one malva to drop it and somebody, a strange person, picks it up, yeah. That means for Yosef ben Shimon to drop it and the other Yosef ben Shimon to find it, that we're not choishes. But Nefila derabim, it's written mimcha, and the original malva dropped it, and somebody else can find it, that we are cheshina, that we're choishes. Okay. So I sent an email, I didn't get a response, or I haven't looked yet. I suggested that we do the Tsurba tomorrow night.
Yeah.
As Lanyado is Tuesday night, and some of us are going to that.
So we'll do the Daf 7 and
yes,
Tsurba
Daf
8.
7 and the Tsurba 8. Okay, Mario?
Yeah, I'm
That
with
works.
you.
Send out the information. Seems to work for everybody. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Have a good night.
Okay.
Tomorrow, have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Mazel tov.